Hello, everyone. Just Dirk today. I'm home from work. Just doing some drawing, messing around. Just thought I would go live today, and start drawing Shhhhhh. Had a little idea in mind I was just wanting to flesh out, and thought it'd be a good idea to just kind of sketch and talk. If somebody wants to join in, I'd love to see that. I don't know how much I'll be able to be responsible or responsive to the chat, but I'll do my best. And, if somebody wants to talk a little bit, that'd be awesome. So hope to see somebody here. Let's have some fun. I'm going to play some music. I'll keep it down a little bit. That way it doesn't get in the way if we talk. So pull it in the background a little bit. And then we'll just see what happens. So I hope you guys can see this. I know it's very light, but Shhhhhh has been drawn before. I've thrown him out there in front of everybody before, but he's a relatively unintroduced character, for good reason. He's mysterious. We want to keep him a little unintroduced for the most part, just because we feel it might be better that way. And I do have some reference material here that I'm looking at. I look at my phone and I look at my my drawing of him, and so what I'm trying to do is just get the reference material for the character, because he's got a lot of details, and as much as I love to draw him, I just love the details that I put in the character, and I don't want to miss it. And he's definitely a different style for me, at least as far as drawing characters, because he's got cape and some different aspects to his outfit that I'm just not used to drawing. And so I love it, and it's fun to draw, and I think he's an intriguing character. Hope you guys can see what's going on there. right. Haven't seen anybody join in yet. Seen some retweets of the stream, but hopefully somebody comes in here, talks a little bit. That would be nice. Although this was very impromptu, so I totally understand. For some reason, my table keeps moving on me. And I drew his belt round already. This is the fun of drawing characters. Okay. So he's got this fatter part at the top. Here we go. And then this thinner belt holds it together over the top of it. Here we go. Here we are. All right. And then he's got a lot of like extra design. He's got this plate that hangs down. It's got like a crescent moon on it because he comes from more of the Middle Eastern areas. I would say that is kind of an area for them That's a place for them, and a symbol that they worship a little. Um, and so trying to make it where this all fits in. This is the hard part because you got to condense some things right here. And I feel like the belt buckle wouldn't condense that much. But I feel like this plate might get in the way. The way he's crouched down. So we'll get it worked out. It's way lower than I thought it would be. I wish there was cooler music to pick. I really do. Not that this is the end of the world, but man, I wish I could put on music I love. Or even my band's music. So, to figure out how to do that eventually. Okay, now some of those details are at least in place. All right. Not feeling that so much. Okay, just figuring out where some of the lines may come from. Then I'm going to go in with a darker pencil and almost like I'm inking. So everybody can see what I'm doing. Hey, we got somebody in here. Elliot. Hello, Elliot. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming. It's good to see you. I'm just messing around today drawing Shhhhhh. So if you're joining in, thanks for joining me, man. Just trying to get this character I had an idea for, and I really wanted to get it fleshed out. And I feel like he's getting there. With his little panther. I don't know if you guys can see that well, but hope you can see it. Bring it a little closer. This is what's going on. Just to show you what I'm drawing. So, this character's name is Shhhhhh, or at least what sounds like Shhhhhh. It's probably not spelled correctly on the live stream because his name is actually a little different. But it sounds like that when you say it. So we wanted something that would sound like a, what his character's about. So, oh, cool. You're drawing too, Elliot. That's great, man. That's great. I haven't drawn this character in a little while, so I have to get used to it again. Figuring it out. Because once you get out of practice, it's like, sheesh, getting back into it again. It's a lot of fun. Nice. All right. So, cool thing is, once you get a character's legs up, you can kind of put that in the way of everything. So that's fun. He's got kind of a unique boot setup to where there's a lot of like plating going on, and so it's a lot of details. So I'll just show you guys kind of what he looks like. Here's more of a close-up on my phone, what he looks like, and that's his character design. So that's what I'm trying to replicate here. So there's just a lot of details, and when you do that kind of stuff, it's like you just don't want to miss a lot. And it's what makes the character cool and intriguing. And you're like, man, why does he wear that? Or what's this all about? And that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping you say. I'm trying to get most of the details fleshed out. So whenever I go to detailing, it'll pretty much be there. It's just going to be a few minor things maybe to get in there to hammer out. But other than that, hitting the camera with my head. So, but I think the detail will be really cool. Yes, this character is in the book, man. This is Shhhhhh. He's part of the Ballad of the Celestials. You will see him, but you're not going to see him a lot. And so he's, I'm going to say he's kind of a Boba Fett type of character where, and only Boba Fett in the fact that you don't know who he is. You don't know much about him. You're not going to know much about him, and we want it that way. We're going to keep it that way because it's more intriguing, right? Like, I don't know about you, but once we found out about Wolverine and Boba Fett, it kind of took the mystique right out of the character. And at that point, who cares? I hate to say it, but who cares about him? I mean, he's still cool, but is he as cool? I don't think so. So let me get a few more details on here, and then I'm going to start doing some of the finish work on the character. His face particularly is difficult compared to a lot of details in this. So I really need to spend time on that in a minute. Thank you, Elliot. Thank you for saying that. So what are you drawing today? Tell me about your stuff. I'd love to know. Yeah, let me know, man. That'd be great. I'd love to see or hear about what you're doing. I know you're doing a lot of work lately, so it's really cool been really cool to see that stuff. Doing a great job. I liked your Reaper Destroyer. I saw you doing that, which was really nice. And of Strees. So for Type 1, and those are pretty cool character designs anyway, so it's really fun to mess with that kind of stuff. And yeah, I haven't really been doing that. I have been thinking about getting into some art contests. So I don't know if you're thinking about doing that, Elliot, but you got to try it. Doing a pinup for a book that's launching on July 15th. I don't know if I can say any more. Uh-oh. I have an idea of what that might be for, Elliot, and that's awesome, man. I hope it's for what I think it is. So I won't say, but I hope it's for what I think it is. That'll be great. That'll be a lot of fun. Sorry, got a drink of coffee. So that's cool, man. I'd love to see it. I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be great. That's the thing I love about CG is that they, a lot of people would love to collaborate and do things, together. I haven't done much. I mean, I got into an art contest for Polton, Primetime Polton, and did what was it? The Wolf, Viking Wolf. That's what it was. And it was really cool, and I really loved it. I'll have to show that sometime on here. And it was a lot of fun, and I think they might have put my pick in the book, but I don't know if I got anywhere else. Or at least maybe they did something with it, but I don't know if they really put me into too much that was important, at least. But I was in the contest with a few great artists, and man, some guys really put in a great effort. So I want to try my hand again, because now we got, what is it? Projectile Reptile from Dojo Kun is having an art contest, and Aerith is having an art contest for Junkman versus Dwarves. And so I'm thinking about trying my hand at Junkman and seeing what I can get, see what I can do, because I think it's a fun character design. I was kind of warming up to Junkman today while before the stream, because I wanted to get myself, ready to draw for the draw stream. And Yeah, it was a great character. I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to go back to that for sure. All right. You got. Yeah, that's where I first heard of you. It was a great cast of artists in that contest, all of which are working on other projects, which is cool. Yeah, it is, man. I mean, um, some of the guys we got in there with, I think one of them's on King Cryptid. Sorry, my dog's barking, but uh, and then I've seen other guys get into other projects, and I'm like, man, this is fantastic to watch. So, just a good group of guys, a lot of fun, and I'm glad I did it. I'm going to try doing it again just so I can get my name out there, but also because I enjoy drawing the characters. So. Sorry, my dog is going crazy. So now I think I'm going to switch. All right, Elliot, what are you saying here? Yeah, King Cryptid, Ballad of Celestials, and Chauncey doing a card for Reaper Destroyer. Yeah, man, it's really cool. Was Care Covington in that one? I'm not sure if Care was in that or if that was somebody else that was in it with us. But I know there was another guy that we had talked to, and I can't remember the name right now. I'd have to go back and look. So I'm excited for all of those, for the Reaper Destroyer, and King Cryptid had me really excited, man. Okay, Kier, yeah. I think it's Kier Covington is what his name is. Yeah. So, great artist. But I'm excited for King Cryptid. It's out right now. It's launched, and that book actually has me like, I want to back that more than most books, and I think it's because of the design of King Cryptid, and it just looks so fun, and I love Pete Sametti's excitement for it too, and that really got me ready to back that book fast. So I'm hoping to do that real soon. I don't want to miss out on it. Yeah, it was the first time meeting him. Also, great artist. Yeah, man. These guys did a great job, and so loads of fun. And I'm gonna, I'm going to try my hand at I think Projectile Reptile, but that one's a little harder. He's got those like, I don't know what you call it. Like whenever the reptiles that fan those big wings off their head and neck, and I'm not sure what makes those up or if that's something else. So that's what I'm struggling with that character. So I'm trying to figure out how I might draw that so that it's closer to the vision of what Dojo wants. So, ooh, you back King Cryptid. That's cool. And got some blank covers. Nice. Yeah, that's nice. I'm going to get it. I got to figure out which tier I'm backing yet. I thought about doing the make your own tier, the create your own tier. I love that. Mainly because I always wondered why people haven't done that already. I thought about doing it for ours because I was like, there's so many options. Why not make it how people want it, and then they get everything they want? So it's almost just like an add-on tier. You can add on whatever you feel like. But man, what a great idea. And I think he was very smart for doing that. So now I'm going to attempt the worst part about this outfit, the most tedious part, which is these metal plates. And a lot of it is just overlap. And you just got to get these going where it makes sense and it looks like almost like coins would overlap each other. And I don't get them perfect because I feel like if they were going to hammer out some metal or something like that into these flat plates, I don't think they would worry about if they were perfect. Maybe, but some of it, like especially going into armor, I think they would make it more, a little more rough. Okay then. Miscounted here. Got off on my count. Not good. Okay, now I'm good. So, yeah, these little coin plate, the coin plating is what I call it. It's like just pieces of round metal, but definitely wouldn't be able to cut him at the shins because the plating. So you'd have to really have something pretty hard and blunt to come at him with this stuff. I love the aesthetic of this because I feel like it really it's got a little bit of a, I don't know, just feels like it could be tough, but then again, who knows? Maybe it wouldn't be in reality. And he's sitting there with this cool panther. So, all right, now details of the face. And this is a little more difficult. Yeah, I won't do that. Shoot. All right. Tell me if that music gets annoying. I think it kind of does a little bit, but that's just me. All right. So here we go. I'm going to get a darker, well, no, I'm not. I'm going to draw this out first. Once I draw his face out, then I'm going to get more into the darker pencils. You guys should be able to see it a little easier. Zen vibes, yeah. I agree. It's what I want to go for. Just keeping it going. I know it's not the ideal music, but it works. So, cool thing about Shhhhh's mask, there's all this detail in there. And it's really, to me, what gives him the cool look. Oops. Keep losing what I'm doing here. All right. Oops, that's not right. We gotta come over here more, and over here more. All right. Think that gets most of his ID or his mask detail, so that'll be cool. So I think he's well on his way. All right, changing pencils, at least lead. I gotta sharpen it. Now this lead's softer, so I gotta be real careful. I'll break it. I use this to sharpen, and I broke it. There we go. See what I mean? Can't stand that. It bothers me when I break my lead. So try to go real nice. Just take it little turns at a time like this. Or if it'll go around, that's great. But a lot of times it gets stuck. So, yeah. And I like a sharp pencil, so it really helps me. Try to go deeper here so that it can sharpen it really well. Get a good turn on it, it'll sharpen it nice. Nope. I keep ripping it up. How fun is that? Oh, man. This is getting annoying. I may have to go to like a mechanical pencil or something. Like a different type of mechanical pencil. Half my stream's going to be sharpening my pencil, guys. Just so you know, I wanted to be as exciting as I can be today. Sharpen my pencil the whole stream. So I got to take today off. That's why I'm doing this, because we had a guy come look at our AC unit in my house. I thought, well, it's the day before, the last day before the Memorial Day weekend. Why not make it a 4-day weekend? Let's have some fun. So I got up and got my wife off to work because she had to work today, and then had the guy come inspect the place, and then basically now I get to do what I want. So for a little bit, so it's about time to get ready to go. But yeah, all right, good. My pencil is sharp. Now, where to start with the details? That's what I need to do. A lot of times I'd like to start with the head and make sure all the details are what I want. Oh, yeah, this pencil lead is almost too soft for me. I don't mean to have a heavy hand, but I do a little bit. And somebody was saying this character looks like a bunch of other characters. I mean, yeah, there's similarities, that's for sure. Um, they were saying it reminded them of what game is that? There's a certain game. I can never think of the name of it. I've played it, I just can't think of it right now. But I don't agree with that. I mean, I don't think it's that character or that vibe at all. But it's probably because I know where this character's coming from. Not a bad circle for freehand. Yeah, coming out good. Yeah, man. Let me send you the link. You can. Do you want to draw? Because you can. I think we could probably share and draw together if you want to. It'd be great. Let me get to Twitter here and send you a link to it. Actually, better to do it over here. Just give me a sec and I'll get it going. Here you go, Elliot. I sent it to you. I hope it works. We will see. We will see. I'll be watching out for you. I wish I would have got a little fresh cup of coffee so I could be hanging. There I go, dropping my pencil with the soft lead again. I'm very happy with the way this is coming out, though. This is coming out cooler than I thought it would. So I haven't drawn in a little while. I've been pushing the book, and when you're out there shilling and you have like you're having guests on, which is fun. You're setting up the show, doing YouTube, and then I'm trying to get like, as you guys know, we lost Dio Lima. That was a big blow to us, and so we've been kind of in the midst of finding a new colorist. So that's been a lot of work. Hey, there's Elliot. Elliot, hello.
Hey, what's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you okay? You good to go?
Hey, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, you sound good.
Oh, nice, excellent. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. Nice to officially meet you.
Yes, you too, man.
Hey. And I just wanted to see if I can tag along and draw with you. I have a few minutes, and I don't know if I can, maybe for like about half an hour or so, if I can hang out.
Yeah, man, I think it's a great idea.
Nice.
I was hoping somebody would maybe join me in here just so we could talk,
Yeah, definitely.
That's the thing. I don't like to do draw streams if I can't talk to somebody, because it's not that they're not good, but I think it makes it much more interesting. So
much more interactive, dynamic, you could say, no?
Yeah. But I was just telling everybody. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was working on a piece, and I don't know if I can show it off or not. But I asked the person in the tweet if I get confirmation, then I'll work on that. But until then, I guess I can do something else. I don't know if there's another character from Ballad that I can probably draw.
Yeah. You can draw anything you want.
Nice. Okay.
You wanna? Have you seen? You've seen stuff, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna look for so I can snag a reference and draw a character from Ballad.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. This and yeah. I was tagging along, and I was seeing if I can hop on for a bit.
I think it's great.
Normally I don't find streams at this hour of the morning.
No, and you know what? I don't normally stream at this hour because I'm at work.
Nice.
Friday. So, but today I'm off, and I was able to actually do it. And I thought, that'd be a lot of fun. So I thought, well, I haven't got to draw, man. I've been out of it. I was just talking about it. We've been pushing our campaign, and then you're setting up guests, and when you're doing a lot of the work outside of the campaign, you're just not always focused on what you really want to do, which is, I want to be drawing most of the time. And
exactly.
So it kind of pulls you away a little bit, unfortunately. But it's still fun. It's just a different aspect. And man, whenever I tried to get back in and draw, oh gosh. The skills are starting to go, man. I had to get it back. So
yeah, always like getting the rust off after a few days is always a bit difficult.
Yeah. So
I had to go in and practice. This is Shhhhhh, I think, no?
Yes, it is.
Cool. Let me see if I can do him.
That's what I'm drawing right now. That's who I'm drawing.
Nice. Yeah, there he is. But yeah, always getting back into the habit is a bit. Let's see if this works.
Well, the thing is, I just haven't been doing it because and the focus just hasn't been on the book. I've been focused with stuff outside of here too, and man, it can easily pull you away.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think I'm starting to get some of it back.
Yeah. It's always hard to keep focused on so many things, and with creating comics, it's like always you got to do the art aspect, and then you also have to do the social media aspect, and
yes,
and then you got to handle the house responsibilities, and
oh man,
it's a lot.
Yes,
it's a lot to juggle.
Yeah. Kids, wife, everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Now
the struggle is real, man.
It is. So I see that you have a channel now. You're doing your own thing.
I'm trying to. Cool. I've been wanting to the main idea was I've been wanting to like set up a camera in such a way that people can see me draw, and because I've always wanted to share that, and I've seen that people do that on YouTube, and I was like, if I could figure out a way to set up a camera to where I like it, because normally the way I used to do it before, like I'd have the camera and it'd be right over my right over the table, and I don't
Right.
draw on a flat surface. Like I
Oh,
incline the board,
yeah.
and I draw it at a slant, and so it's really difficult for me to position the camera to where I just like it. But
Yes.
my sister sent me I was talking to my sister about this a long time ago, and she sent me like a stand to hold up tablets and cell phones, and I finally
Yeah.
situated it to where I like it. So now because of that, I decided to go ahead and take a shot at doing the YouTube thing,
Awesome.
and yeah, so everything seems to be working fine so far. So yeah,
Good.
so I'm gonna keep at it, and yeah, just put up clips and stuff of me drawing and other tidbits.
Yeah, man. That's what I did. I got a stand, and it can hold your cell phone. Or what I did was I bought a camera. It's like a, I don't know, what would you call it? It's supposed to hang on the top of your laptop, but it doesn't do that very
Okay.
well. So I clip
Yeah.
it into this stand, and then I use that for all my streaming. And then whenever I want to draw, I'll just take that whole stand and put it on the table, because I do what you do. This board here is inclined,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
flat.
yeah.
This is flat. This is the way my board is. So I'd say it's a little more than 45, but um, 45 degrees.
Yeah.
But
I have. Yeah.
yeah, but it
Yeah.
works
I know.
great, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. That looks good. Yeah. It's just better to get those professional stand thingies, because they are much different from the other stuff you can find,
Yes, definitely,
and that's cool, man.
definitely.
I'm trying to think of a pose for for sh- but
He's pretty dynamic. He's always like, I would say, he's his he's kind of, I don't know how to say it without giving away stuff for the character, so I want to leave him a little mysterious. But he's got this big flowing cape, so you could almost draw him almost Batman-esque that way.
yeah, I was thinking about that,
Um,
like in the trees, like something like no, like
yes,
a shadowy
definitely.
figure in the trees.
Yes.
Yeah, let me see if I can get something going here. Um, this is the first stream I'm drawing like from my on my own.
Oh, okay.
It's the first time I connect to a draw stream.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah.
Nice.
Now, I'm sorry for the big noise. I have a big washer not very far from here, and they're doing laundry. My kid is.
No problem at all. I got a lot of background noise here too. You'll probably hear a dog barking, people talking in the back.
Yeah. And, it doesn't bother me, because a lot of times I'm just focused on what I'm
Yeah.
doing. I know people listening are probably like, what the heck is that, man? So, yeah, I've really been wanting to do more of the draw streams. And, some people were like, we're bored with the draw streams. But then I'm seeing where people are not as bored as what some of those people were saying. And I think it's definitely something that I want to do more. With some friends and people that enjoy it.
Yeah.
So we got to do this more often. Really, I want to do this kind of thing more often than not.
Yeah, definitely. If I can, I mean, because today, for example, it also got me at a perfect time. Because I'm sitting here drawing. My daughter's at school still, and my wife is working, and so I'm here alone. So I was like, man, if I can figure out this the camera situation, I'm gonna tell Derek
Yeah.
if I can hop on for a bit. And yeah, but there's normally yes, it just caught me at a perfect moment, because normally I don't have this amount of time,
Yeah.
just chill out. But yeah, it's great.
One of the first draw streams I got on was with Joe and Sean on
Yeah,
art.
yeah, I did one of I did yeah. Yeah, hold on. Let me be clear. This is the first draw stream I have having my own channel. I'm sorry, because before, like, I did hop on before on one of the first draw streams that Joe and Sean organized a while back.
Yeah, and that was fun. I think Shelby got on there, and
Yeah,
then
those draw streams. Yeah, yeah, they
yeah,
organized
and
some great ones.
yeah, and then I think Leroy was in some of it. He was watching and talking while we were drawing, which I think that's what makes a better draw stream, really, to be honest. When you have
When you have
people
an MC.
a little bit, yeah,
Yeah,
because then it just keeps the flow going, because once guys get into their details, you shut up and you're paying attention to that more than you are, caring about
yeah.
what people are saying or commenting on. I know I do that. And then I feel bad because I'm like, oh man, I'm leaving everybody hanging. So,
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
so now you do have a project going on, don't you?
Like a comic project.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my own thing that I'm working on. But I've been saying that for like the last 2 years, and I haven't really gotten much done on it because I've been working on. I mean, my whole thought process uh, was, oh, I got back into drawing with the idea of getting better at drawing, and it never crossed my mind that I would actually try to do a comic. I did one when I was like 16 years old in high school, and
Okay.
but I lost it. I mean, but I did back then, though, because I think for any artist, I think for all artists like who do comic art, I think like their prime goal is to eventually do a comic of their own, and that was always
Yeah.
my dream as a kid, drawing like Marvel characters and stuff, was to eventually do my own comic because I thought I had some good ideas that I like to get get out there. But but when I went back into drawing, my whole idea was get better at drawing, and then as I got better, or I think I got better. I decided that maybe I should just take a stab at doing a comic because when I first started drawing, I came across all of the art that I saw on Twitter, and
Yeah.
I was just blown away by all of the talent and all of the people that are like doing comics, and I mean, my only exposure to comics was from the big two, and so I thought that if you weren't working for the big two or Top Cow or Image or any of those companies, then there's no way for you to actually have a comic made. And that was
Oh,
the
right.
concept that I had. That was the concept that I had coming back into art. That it's a pipe dream to think that I'll be able to do a comic. And so when I
Sure.
came on here and I saw all these people doing art, I was like, wow, so people are really actually out here doing their own comics, and I was completely blown away by it. And so I decided to take a stab at it and see if I can do it. And I dug up. I had my brother send me all of my old art from back in the day, and I
Yeah.
was looking through all my pictures and stuff, and then pulling out sketches that I had done from back when I was like what 17, 18.
Oh,
And
wow.
and so I'm trying to like think back and refresh those ideas that I had, and then trying to like I'm planning everything out from scratch. So I mean, I don't know how long it'll be before I actually get anything done, but yeah, the goal now is well, to continue getting better at art, and to also and yeah, to also get that comic done. And
Hmm.
I've gotten a few things done in the last few months.
Yeah.
I did a character, a drawing of one of my bad guys. Is called Deathmonger, and
Oh, okay.
I finished the art piece, but I'm not going to reveal it just yet because I want to do it like I want to do like a live stream maybe in a few months, and then unveil all of the artwork that I have so far for the comic, along
Yeah,
with the name because I finally got a name for it too. So
that's a good idea. Well, good, man.
so
Yeah, I
slowly,
think that's great.
yeah, Thank you,
What were
thank
you
you, and
getting ready to say?
hopefully, no, yeah, and I think yeah, and I'm just I'll see what happens. I'll see if it sticks, if people like it, if people like the art, the idea, the concept. I mean, my idea is to like put out the story that I want to put out. I'm not really I'm not really making an IP with the intention of like making big bucks. It's more like
Sure.
my intention of like getting getting the project out there that I've always wanted to get out. So I mean, so I don't know if people will like it. Hopefully they do, but I mean, if they don't, I mean, I'll continue doing the work. I'll continue doing the project
Yeah.
and
Well, that's what it
and
should be,
yeah,
you know?
it's gonna get done eventually, and yeah, yeah, and I hope people like it. I mean, my comic is going to be heavily inspired by Final Fantasy type thing, like a sci-fi technology type thing, and
Okay.
so
That's
it's going to
fun.
be like monsters and swords and I don't know, like a lot of technology and stuff that you normally find in that kind of world, and
Yeah. Yeah, that's
and
fun, man. And that's what it should be. It should be a lot of fun for you, and something you're really passionate about and cool. You
yeah,
love, you think is
yeah,
cool.
definitely,
Um, and that's kind of why we chose fantasy. I mean, well, why I chose fantasy. Murph, he already had this book um, started as far as a novel goes, but once
nice,
once he knew that I drew, then he was like, "Oh, you draw? I didn't know that." And then we started talking about what he has as far as a story. And I was like, well, I've been wanting to do a comic book. I just never had the story to go with it. And
exactly,
he threw it out there, and I was like, this is really cool. We ought to do it.
yeah.
And so there you go. Um,
But
I never thought,
I'm assuming you're also like uh coming up with your own characters and it's like also like I guess I would say like half of your IP also. Like it's like I'm assuming it's like a joint
um,
collaboration, or
well,
are they
it's
mostly just his Murph's characters?
they're mostly his characters, but it's my designs. And so he'll tell me kind of what they do, but I'm the one that added all the aesthetic, with the
Yeah.
armors and the outfits and everything. He really didn't have an idea. In fact, I think Shush was more, I almost think he was calling him a ninja, you know? And I was like,
Okay.
well, but ninjas, if you want to think pre-flood, because that's when our story takes place, ninjas weren't a thing at that time.
No,
So,
no.
but if you want to take the aesthetic of a ninja, what's a ninja do? Well, they're supposed to be light on their feet. They're supposed to be stealthy. You know what I mean? So it was
Yeah.
like we could take those concepts and apply
And
it to a
apply it.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
And so that kind of made it more fun, and that's where we're at. So that's where we left it. We really wanted to, you know, be creative, let that kind of go, which has been cool. That's why Murph is good to work with for me, because he's let me design a lot. And then I've actually had input on the story as well. So we do collaborate.
Yeah.
Um, but he's got most of the points down. I'll just sit there and it's almost like I'm an editor at times, because I'm like, wait a minute, why is that happening? If he did this, why would he do that? That kind
Yeah.
of stuff. And he's real good about taking that and rolling with it. He, if we disagree, we can have a knockdown, drag out fight and still do pretty well. You know what I mean? It's pretty
Yeah.
fun. And that's what I like. I want to be able to give some input and be heard.
Yeah. Definitely. Because yeah, I had a situation also a while back where I got a writer got in contact with me and asked me to work to do his comic, and at the time I had accepted, I had agreed, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. I wasn't too confident on my level at that time, and I was like, I don't know
Sure.
how good it'll be, but yeah, let's give it a shot. Also wanted to do it because just to get experience to see of what it's like working with a writer, what it's like, drawing stuff from a script and whatnot.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the same idea, no, same concept. He pitched me the story, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Why not? It seems pretty cool. And I started designing characters, and it always made me think like who gets credit for this? Like, is this character, for example, half mine, half his, or is it all his? Or I had those questions always in the back of my mind.
Sure.
But yeah, but the project never it never I did like 7 pages of art, but
Oh,
then
nice.
I I tried to get in contact with him to continue working on the other pages, but I lost like all contact with the guy. The guy just fell off from
Oh,
Twitter,
wow.
from everything, and just disappeared. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, man.
And
Hey, Immortal Rising Comic Books watching. Nice. Thanks for coming, man.
what's going on, Immortal Rising Comics? Nice.
Yeah. So that's weird. So how do you do all this design and then he just disappears on you?
Yeah. And he said he had a full script, and everything, and it was I had told him because I didn't have too much time. I was like, I could probably do like a short 6 page, like a short story, and then we can put that out there, see if people like it. And he was like, okay. And then he wrote the script, and then he said, he's like, hey man, I added a little bit, and now it's a 22-page script. And I was like, oh man, that's a whole lot more than than what I had originally thought. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah, this
go ahead. I
isn't
was
an
like,
can.
yeah, that's not a Nash can. And then I was like, yeah, why not? Yeah, screw it. Yeah, let's do it.
Well,
Let's get it done. So I started working on it. He gave me the script and everything. It was 22 pages. No, 20 pages. I'm sorry. Um, and and yeah, I got as far as page 7. I was into the character. I was able to do things. I liked the process. He was really cool to work with. But then just one day he just disappeared. And then
yeah.
yeah, I haven't heard him from a long time. I just got confirmation that I could share the art and I could work on the other art. So I'm gonna go ahead and share
Nice.
that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
I'll put it
what do
up.
you think? Yeah, I gave you a clue to it. Do you know what you think it is?
I think it's Aquila.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, all right. I was right.
Yeah, this is the piece that I'm working on.
Now I say Aquila, and then he says it's okay if you say Aquila.
I say Aquila
And
also.
yeah, and I think that comes from more of a Latin, you know,
Yeah.
like pronunciation. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but feels that way.
Yeah, I call him Aquila also.
Yeah.
Or
It's a great
Aquila.
design. Yeah, Aquila.
Aquila. He's a killer.
Ooh,
But
that's cool, man. Let me solo you
yeah,
through.
this is what I got so far. These are the
Yeah,
pencils that are pretty tight, and I'm gonna
nice.
start inking this, and
Awesome.
I'm gonna do like a space background and then like a planet here and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
that's great. I really like
and
the simplistic design of Aquila. He's just got this great look to him
yeah,
that can easily be classic. You know what I mean?
yeah, I agree. Like the eagle on his chest here, and
Yes.
the color palette that he chose was really great. Like you don't see a lot
Yep.
of blue and yellow,
No,
and
you don't.
yeah, he's gonna stand out. He's gonna stand out, and I think it's gonna be a good property.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna do good.
that's awesome, man. Well,
Yep.
congratulations for doing that. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Thank you. And I'm gonna. I forgot to grab my inking pen, so I'm gonna turn it off a little bit. I'll be right back. Just
Oh,
two
cool.
seconds.
Yeah, no problem.
Let me see this. Here we go.
All right. Well, if you're just joining us, I don't know who's watching. It looks like we have Immortal still with us. I hope so. We're just drawing art. We were drawing my character, Shhhhhh. Let me try to get it centered in the camera a little better without all the light coming over it so people can see what's going on. This character is in the book of Ballad of the Celestials. And basically, I just had an idea of, what would he look like, just hanging out with a panther. Um, and just to see what would do it. And I haven't been drawing for a while, and I need to get back into it. So I just wanted to do something kind of fun, something cool for this character. The details are going to start coming out here real quickly with this character. Now that I have it fleshed out, I'm going to put the details in. And Elliot joined with me, which is fantastic, man. I'm so happy he joined with me. I've been wanting to meet him and talk with him. And his art is starting to really take off. He's starting to show it off more and do things. So it's been really cool having him. So let me put this. I'm here listening while I work on the computer. Very cool. Very
nice. Cool. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, cool, man. He says, looking good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, I mean, I don't know how long I'll be able to stay on here. I at least want to go for a little bit longer to get some details. But
yeah, no problem. I don't. Yeah, whatever. As long as I got about maybe 15 more minutes, and then I have to get off. But
oh,
but
cool.
yeah, it's no problem at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go probably for another. I mean, I would think. I don't know if I'll go an hour, but I'll go a little while because I don't have to go yet.
Yeah.
Although I might be getting hungry soon, I have to get myself some food.
yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, Murph and I have been trying to figure out ways to push our project a little more out there in front of people, because that's been probably the hardest part for us. I think it's tough to get out there and do it, and to be noticed.
Yeah.
It's not that bad to get people to get eyes on it, but just to be remembered and noticed, I think that's a little more difficult.
Yeah. I would assume, because I have no experience with this at all, but I would assume that just hopping on the channels and talking about it as often as possible would be the way. But I mean, I don't know how it works exactly.
Well, yeah, that's worked for us, and it does work, but I don't know. I'm wondering about the hype train and stuff. I know that fantasy doesn't seem to take off as quickly as if you're doing something like directly from the 90s. Like that seems to be where everybody's head space is. And so, like Reaper Destroyer, that hit the nerve, man. Yeah. That hit the nerve, bared and bloody. That got everybody, like, their appetite was like fierce on that one.
Yeah. I saw when I first met Joe, I had seen the cover that he did for the ash can in pencils. And I remember him like going through the whole process, and then when he had told us that at that time that he had gotten Brian Valenza on colors, and then he had gotten what's his name, Reyes, what's his last, Jimmy Reyes, to do the inks for that cover. When he told us that, and then later he told us that he was bringing Matt Bat on it and Joe Weems, and I was like, man, he's getting a lot of talent. And I saw the artwork, and I was like, with professional inkers on it that are going to highlight his line work and then just make it pop out a whole lot more. Like, this is going to look really, really good. And the character design is great also. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, this is going to be a big hit. I had that vibe from the very beginning. I was like, this is going to be a big hit. Because it's got 90s all over it, like the character design, the panel layouts that he did for the first few pages that we've seen. It looks really 90s, and it looks great. It looks great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So
but fantasy, as you're saying, it's a more difficult sell, in my opinion.
It is.
Which is why I'm not sure how popular, if at all, my book is going to be, because mine is going to be heavily influenced by fantasy and like knights, dragons, and then magic and sorcerers and stuff like that, because I like that stuff. And
Yeah, me too.
yeah, so I don't know
That's
how
some
much
of
of
my
a hit.
favorite stuff.
Yeah, I jumped on Ballad as soon as I found out what that was, and I was like, yeah, this is right. This is exactly what I'm looking for, and I also want to see like what approach you guys take to it, like how you present the idea of fantasy and
Yeah,
so I can learn from you guys also to see what you guys did and then what I can do also.
well, it is going to be slightly different. I mean, it's influenced from Lord of the Rings, which I think any fantasy is almost anymore. But
Yeah,
I hate to say that sometimes because I'm like, man, that seems so cliche. But on the other hand, it is. I mean, it's taken. I mean, just a lot of the cues from it. Doesn't mean we're going to
yeah,
be writing a story like it. I mean, it's going to have a little different feel. And
yeah,
but there are aspects to it that I would say are sweeping and epic like that, and but that's the fun part of fantasy. I mean, that's why most of the time people are into it. They
yeah.
want those big epics.
Yeah, those big fight scenes, the war scenes, and
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
magic, and yeah, I like that stuff.
Yeah, me too. And it's what stands out to me. So I'm like, well, let's bring it because I love Conan too,
Yeah,
and when you get into that
he's
stuff, I
awesome.
mean, that to me is the pinnacle of fantasy. And
Yeah,
some of the newer fantasies to me are a little weird. If you go modern fantasy, I feel like it's not in the same genre. Uh, you know, Especially when you start getting into more of a manga style with it, it starts to become a different thing. And it's not bad necessarily, it's just not what I'm used to.
yeah.
Um, I don't know
I
if I'm,
think Final Fantasy did a good blend with that. I think my impression is that they did a pretty
I,
good blend with it because I like how they approached it. But yeah, I can see how too much modern could probably make the fantasy not really fantasy anymore. No?
yeah, it feels different
Just
to
jump it
me.
into sci-fi. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Okay. I'm getting there. Jeez. Feel like,
yeah. It's nice.
thanks. Feel like I don't know, like there's times when I feel like I can feel a drawing out and I know exactly what I want to do with it. And there's times where I'm like, okay.
When you gotta think it out. Yeah,
Yeah, this one isn't coming out as easy.
yeah, definitely. Are you? Do you do the inks also?
Yeah, most of the time. We did have Peter Palmiotti, do our
Oh,
covers.
nice. Yeah, yeah.
He did a great
Peter's
job.
great. Yeah,
So
he's a great inker.
yeah, I was super happy with him. He did an awesome job.
How did that work? Like, did you guys send him like a high res, like a digital file, and he printed it out, or did you actually send him
Yeah, so I sent
there's
him the high res. He took it and basically, did his thing with it. And then I gave him some direction on a couple things, like, hey, I would like this and try that. And he just did phenomenal. And I couldn't have asked for, a better job.
yeah,
Um, and he,
yeah. So
he's real
he did it
professional.
digitally.
No, he inks traditional. So he
So you
print,
sent him the board.
no, he prints
He
out.
printed it out. Ah, okay.
Yeah. So he
Okay,
takes
I
what
got
you
you. I got you.
draw. I just sent him the file. He printed it out in
Ah, okay, I got you. I
I
got you.
I think a red color. And no, he loves to ink over the red.
Ah,
Would
okay.
love to see
Yeah,
Conan
yeah.
get a reboot. Would love a live action Final Fantasy. So Immortal's talking back to us, and we're leaving him hanging. So yeah,
Yeah,
man,
go
I
ahead.
never got
Sorry.
into Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
it's not because I didn't like it. It's because I never caught on to it.
yeah. No, yeah, yeah. I was surprised. Like, it wasn't as popular as I had thought it would be. Or there's a lot of people that that have never played the game, or it was
Yeah,
surprising. But yeah, I mean, it's all good.
I wonder why. Um, I think the art on it is really good, but a lot of it's, it's very digital. Um,
Yeah,
but that's, that doesn't always bother me either if it's well done. So I'm not picky
yeah,
that way.
definitely. The art that I liked on it was they did character sheets for some of the characters. And they look at least that they were done traditionally. I could be mistaken, because I know they have a lot of their settings and backgrounds and things like that are all digital.
Oh, okay.
But I did see some character sheets from some of the earlier games that I'm pretty sure were done traditionally, but
That's awesome.
I wouldn't be able to confirm that. But yeah, that's
Uh,
cool.
Conan for me, um, I, you know, I recently heard Marvel is losing Conan already, and they've only had him for a few years, I think. But I'm
You
not really heartbroken over it because I feel like they didn't really
no,
do him justice,
no,
and
yeah, yeah,
that's really terrible because to take a character as cool as Conan and to not do much with him, and to almost make him like an Avenger or whatever, I was like, this is stupid. I just
yeah,
don't know what they're doing with him, and I feel like that's what they've been struggling with for a lot of these older characters. They don't know what to do with them anymore. Um, characters like Superman and uh, and characters like Conan. It's like they don't know how to write them. They don't know how to make them interesting. So it's
yeah,
it's sad to see. So I'm kind of glad those rights are kind of going away again because
yeah. I'm
now
pretty sure.
maybe somebody will get the character and do it justice.
Yeah, yeah. I was so disappointed with Disney and Marvel. Like they started off really good, and then when Disney got a hold of it, like yeah, it just I don't know. I just felt like it went in a different direction.
Yep.
I'm not happy with what I'm seeing now from their Phase 4.
Oh
But
no. I I'm playing the waiting game on that. I'm not making a determination yet because I feel like they're building towards something, and I want to see if it actually pays off.
what do you think? I'm suspecting Secret Wars, but I don't know. What do you think?
I'm suspecting that too, and or maybe something else, but it's going to be Kang. You know what I mean? I think they're building towards Kang.
Man, if they do
Um,
Kang just right, that'll be great.
yeah, I
If they
mean,
do something with Kang and Doctor Doom, man, I'm a freak out. I don't know what I'm.
I know that's where I'm at, and that's what I told Murph. I was like,
They
if they
bring
do
Doctor Doom
Doom, I will lose my
and
crap
Kang.
over Doom
Yeah,
because
I'm
I
right
think
there.
Doom's the best.
Yeah,
But who knows? And I feel like he's way overdue.
yeah, yeah. At this point, yeah, yeah. The people are yearning for a Doom, a
Yeah,
good Doom.
exactly. So that's where I'm like, okay, what's going to happen here? We'll have to wait and see. But
Yeah,
with all of the shows and the movies that have come out, they've all dealt with time. And I'm like, the
yeah.
only logical thing they could be doing is,
It's Kang.
yeah, going to him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we'll see what happens. But I'm, I don't know. I guess if they don't get there and they just hang on to what they've done before, then I guess we can just end it at Thanos and be happy about it.
Yeah. No, yeah. I was like when when I first like thought or found out that they were doing the Avengers, I was losing my marbles. I was going crazy. I was like, I can't believe that we're at a point where I'm going to see like Thanos on screen going
Yeah.
up against the Avenger. I was like, man, that's crazy. I never thought in my wildest that I would ever see something like that, man. I was just spazzing out throughout the whole
Well, I mean,
throughout
to
the
be
whole end
honest,
game.
yeah, it looked amazing, and I couldn't believe we were seeing it either. Like it was visually, it was so pleasing to the eye and like
Yeah,
exciting. I was like, man, finally we're getting through this. Like we're getting to see the real deal now.
yeah,
So, but who knows? We'll see if it lasts.
yeah,
My guess is, at some point, I think the sales will probably fall, unfortunately, and then
yeah.
they'll move
I
on to
mean,
something else.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
But that's all right.
Yeah, but I'm happy with what we got though, like Civil
Me
War
too.
and Endgame and Thanos. I was in the Avengers, like the actual Avengers. I was happy with that stuff. I never thought I'd see like Spider-Man jumping off of Iron Man and then swinging off of
I
War
know.
Machine and then going up against Jet. Man, I was freaking out. I was like, man, this is crazy. This is too cool. And then when I heard people complain that for like little things like no, he did like he wasn't acting or that good or he wasn't doing this or they should have done this scene a different way or it didn't look exactly like in the comics. I was like, what are you guys on about? Like, I'm just happy they even thought about this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
like
was
man, I
like,
was like, man, you
yeah,
know how long I've been waiting to see Spider-Man on screen? I could care less. Like, like what? Like if he
that's the way
jumped,
I
no,
feel.
I was like, man, this is
Now,
awesome.
I do think that the first phase, or well, the first three phases up to Thanos, I felt like it
Yeah,
was fantastic, man.
yeah,
I don't
I
know how you
agree.
could complain because it's the best treatment those characters have ever had. Yeah, could they
Yeah,
do better? I feel like you can always improve on that stuff.
yeah,
But um, knowing where the movies used to be, and like even looking back on the X-Men, at the time they came out, X-Men was done fairly well, but it wasn't great.
yeah,
And I told Murph, I said, to be honest, uh, I really don't love the X-Men movies.
yeah,
And he was like, "What? You're kidding?" And I was like, "No, man. Like, I'm not a huge fan of them mainly because they messed up their own continuity in the movies. Um,
yeah, yeah,
it was so hard to follow. It was so convoluted. But I don't think that they were horrible movies, and they still set the bar, and it kind of made Marvel come out with better stuff later on. Secret Wars with Kang as the BBEG. I want to see Doom so bad. Don't replace Doom with Kang. Yeah, I agree, man. Like
yeah,
he's the best villain. Doom is the best villain. Kang is a great
yeah.
setup, and I would love to see Doom go up against Kang or up against an epic villain like in the original Secret Wars when he goes up against the Beyonder. Um,
Yeah, oh man, that was awesome.
well, that's one of my
Yeah,
favorite covers of all time.
yeah, man.
Do you remember the cover to that? His
Um, it's hold on, let me find it.
yeah,
I read, I read
his
the, I read Secret Wars, and then when he did that, I was like, oh man, Doom is crazy. Doom is the best.
yeah,
Yeah, he's got no respect for anybody. He sees himself as the best, and he just doesn't
yep,
care what anybody thinks. And this is great. I mean, if we can see somebody like that on screen, that would be awesome.
yeah. I mean, it is to me. This is it. This is the cover I'm talking about. This is
Ah, yeah,
probably
yeah, 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 yeah,
probably it's got to be my favorite cover of all time.
yeah.
I mean, you
When his
got the
ego
biggest,
takes him too far. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, biggest baddest villain of all time just getting shredded, you know.
yeah.
And
That was awesome.
yeah, the Beyonder just shreds him to nothing, and yet he still overcomes the Beyonder,
Yeah,
and to me, it's just incredible, and it solidified to me that Doom was the
it's the
baddest
big bad.
mofo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's the
He is.
baddest mofo, man. You don't mess
Yeah,
with him. So, and it really made him my favorite, I would say.
yeah, yeah. Doctor Doom is legit. He's the goat of villains.
So, um, yeah, but I mean, I would aspire to write a story kind of at that level, man, just to get him, um, get our characters at that level of epicness, you know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And yeah, that's the same thing I'm thinking about also. Like, and in my case, for example, the comic that I have in mind is it's like, I would say like 50% world building, and like or
Yeah,
like 70% world building, because I want to have those big payoffs also at the end, and I know that to get there you have to tread through like a whole lot of story to set up a bunch of elements, and so I want to do that work, so that when I finally get to that moment where like we get those epic payoffs, that they actually mean stuff, you know? And
yeah, really, yeah.
yeah, but yeah, and all that stuff, it takes work, because yeah, it's not
That
an
is
overnight
for
thing.
sure. Yeah, it's I know Murph has quite a setup, for the story. I know that we have some things going on that are going to be a lot of fun. But you know, it's going to be a lot of build up,
Yeah,
and it's going to take us a little while to get there.
it'll be worth it though. I'm pretty sure it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, it will. It will.
This first book is it's like a floppy, if I'm mistaken. It's just
Yes.
32 pages,
Yep. It's going to be
and
just
then from
about
that
30 pages.
and how many are there? Is there like a certain amount of books you guys have lined up for this story, or
Well, he was saying we could probably go about 10 books just for the completion of this, like,
this story
story
arc?
arc. Yeah.
Yeah,
But we're going to do it in smaller arcs at a time. So we're going to do like 3 issues and then collect them all probably and put out like a thicker, harder covers, almost like a graphic novel.
oh, that'll
And
be
then
nice.
then do 3 more and then 3 more and then end it with like an epic 10th.
Okay,
So at least that's
that
what
sounds
Murph
good.
is saying. We'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
But no, I'm really excited to get this book moving, man. Like I'm happy with everything. I like our designs. I know we've got solid. Everything's pretty solid. Um, I think we
Yeah,
need to
that cover you did was great. You did
thank
like
you.
an almost like an exact replica of the Wolverine and Captain America cover. That was great. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I was trying to get that, to come out, and it it was on a whim. I just thought of it all of a sudden and was like, you know what, this works awesome. What a great homage. And
Yeah,
and then I did it, and Murph was like, oh man, that is cool.
yeah,
And even the colors worked out on it, like the
yeah.
blue beast, which was kind of interesting because I was like, I didn't mean for that to happen.
What, the blue?
Yeah, I didn't think about it. I was
Nice.
thinking more about, ooh, that's a great cover, and what if we do an homage to this, because it's, well, Mike Zeck is the one that just did that Doom. He did the Doom cover a while
Yeah,
back, and then he also did the Wolverine versus Cap cover. And so he's really one of my favorite artists. And I thought, well, that's a great way to do an homage to one of my favorite artists.
yeah. Exact's great. Uh, He has he's got a lot of art also that I like of him. He did this one
Yes.
drawing of the Thing that I always remember, that I always refer back to.
Yeah,
He's got a lot
he's
of good art.
he's really fantastic, man. I would say 90% of the things I remember from a child, from my childhood,
Art from
is
his
art. Yeah, it's from his stuff, man. Like GI Joe.
Yeah.
He did a lot of the work from GI Joe back in that day. The covers for the comic books, it just left such an impression on me. And then his Captain America, one of the Captain Americas that he did, I actually tried to replicate that when I was pretty young, and I thought I did a pretty good job. And then I went back and looked at it, and I was like, man, this comic has such a memory, for me. And I was like, this guy, Mike Zeck, he's probably got, more covers than anybody else that I've remembered. So I was like, I'm going to keep going back to him and referencing him because he's just so good.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always that one artist we are pulled into more than others, huh?
Yeah. Well, some artists really, they just resonate with you more than others, and
yeah,
other artists, they're great and you have a lot of respect for, but they may not. What do you mean? Like what do I mean? Like they don't impress you the way that other artists or inspire you. Maybe that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, or maybe this like their style also, like some things that they do in their art that you want to imitate more than other arts than other artists.
Exactly.
Like for example, I appreciate Mike Mignola a lot for what he does in his compositions and stuff, but I mean, rendering wise, there's not really much that I'm attracted to as much as other people know. But I definitely see where the appeal is for Mignola. But
oh yeah, I mean, and that's it. I mean, I think his art is really cool, but I don't try to replicate it. It's not somebody I try to aspire to be like. And that's not necessarily bad either. I mean, you don't have to replicate everybody,
Yeah.
I think for me, I'll try to replicate the guys I love. I'm more of a Buscema fan.
Yeah, man. Oh man, like I love his rendering, the way he does his feathering, the way he can accent muscles without like giving you solid blacks. The guy is great. Yeah, the guy's great. He does like simple, and he does everything with a brush. Like not just crazy stuff.
Yeah. It's his Conan work was
oh man, yeah.
It left me, wanting more and more and more and more, and so he's the reason I love all that.
Yeah. Yeah, Buscema's big. He's awesome. Hey, Derek, I have to get going.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for joining me.
I said for
a lot of fun.
Yeah, likewise, and if the opportunity ever arises again, I'll send you a message to hop on and continue drawing because I figured it out now, so I'm pretty sure I know how to get the camera to work.
Yeah, man, it looks great, and I can see it fine. I mean, the view is great.
Yeah.
Plus, the pinup is looking really cool, man. Good job.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I want to do the space stuff in the back. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Thank you. And
I'll invite you back, man. I'll if I do another draw stream, I'll probably invite you back just to see, if hey, you want to hang out.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll try to give more notice maybe next time.
Yeah, and I'll finish also. I'll see if I can continue working either on this pose or I'll probably do a different pose. But yeah, I want to put them in the trees.
Yeah, man, that'll be awesome. All right. Well, thanks, man. Right. Thanks for joining. We'll talk soon.
No problem. Thank you very much. And hail to everybody in the chat. And I'll see you guys later. You guys take care.
Right. See ya. Oh, that was really cool. Really cool having Elliot in the show. He's a super nice guy, and it's really cool to see people wanting to hang and chill out. I want to do that more with some of the guys. So, I'm sorry, I'm getting texts from my wife and I'm trying to respond. So just give me a sec. see what's happening here. We had some baseball we're going to go to today. And you know, right now the baseball's been canceled because we have so much rain in our area right now that we're just not going to get to do some of that. So, which kind of stinks. But on the other hand, you know, that's the way it goes. Oh my gosh. Now I'm getting all kinds of texts because I'm on stream. You know how that goes. Whoops. Yeah. So now back to this. I'm really happy with the way this is coming out. I'm putting a lot of detail in here, but I'm really loving the way that this is starting to flesh. Oh no, hoods are a little interesting sometimes. But I do like this character so much, and he's just a cool character that it's exciting to draw him, and he's just a lot of fun to draw. And I thought it was cool Elliot wanted to draw him, so that's a great thing to see. I can't wait to see what he comes up with, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I love that. That's one thing I like about our community is the collaboration people like to do, and like just being able to draw each other's IPs. And it's like, yeah, man, no problem. Draw it. I want to see what you can do with it. And it's almost like a challenge. It's really cool. A lot of detail on Shhhhhh. There we go. I got to go find out what's going on with my dog. He's out there crying. I'm thinking he's been put in a kennel against his will. So he's been jailed. And I don't always love that because my son wants him in there because he's having people over. So I have to find out what's happening. Let's see, what's everybody think here? It's coming out good. I'm liking it. Might give him a little thicker edge right here. Yeah, it's rocking. So, oh, you haven't seen him around yet. Maybe I should hit him up. Have him on my show too. Yeah, man. Elliot's a great guy. He's always super nice online, and he always is checking out people's stuff. Man, he'd probably love your stuff. He's into that. He said he was into fantasy, so just a really great guy. And check out his art. His art's starting to come out more. He's starting to put it out on Twitter and things like that. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think he's growing a lot. I can see him growing, and it's really cool to see artists do that. But it's like they're doing it right, before your eyes, which is really cool. They really kind of are, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, I've got a few details of this to do yet, but I feel like I'm coming close to the end of the stream. I'm not ending yet, but it will be very soon. Um, got this panther hanging out. Oops, keep hitting my mic. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see this very well. I'm trying to make it where it's easier to be seen. So, just hang out there in the background. Starting to come out good, I think. There we go. That's probably a little bit better. Hard to get it straight. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I think I've been going for a little bit of time now, but yeah, Murph and I was talking on the stream the other night. We had Dean come on, Comics Mate, Dean from, he's done Embrace and everything. If you guys don't know who he is, I'm sure a lot of you do, though. So Dean was on with us, and he actually got Murph selling, trying to pitch the book. He called it Hype School, which I thought was funny. And so we had some fun with Murph, but I do want to say something to what we did there. that was fun and all, but the reality is we know how to pitch our book. It kind of came off like Murph didn't know what he was doing, but Murph was afraid of talking about certain aspects of the book, which I don't blame him. I mean, it's hard sometimes to know what to say and what not to say. Um, so that did hold him, but make him hold back. Sorry about all my dogs. I have 2 dogs, and they like to bark it up. Kill my mic. So there we go. I'm sorry. Dogs are going off. My friend or my son has some friends over, and so the dogs are a little nutty. But yeah. So anyway, I mean, yeah, Murph. We do need to hype it up, and I agree with that aspect of what was going on. But the other aspect of spoilers and things like that, I just want to say, in Murph's defense, some of the stuff that we would have said out loud would give some of the story away, and he was wanting to hold on to that, and I don't blame him. And if that's what he wants to do, then it is his story. You know what I mean? And I think that's what he needs to do. He needs to do what's best for what he thinks, for what's going on. But I do have to say, I knew some things that I didn't want to talk about either, but I also felt like it wasn't my place to bring that out. I think that if Murph wanted it talked about, he could have told me, we can talk about it. But it's his thing, and I feel like it's not really my place to do that and take that away from him, if he wants it a certain way. So that's where I kind of felt like I was leaving that. I know that it's not the most ideal, but that's where we're at. So, well, I'm liking the way this is coming out. I'm really happy with it. And I will have to say that it's coming out stronger than I thought it would. It's coming out pretty good. And so this character is going to be in Ballad of the Celestials. You will see him in Ballad of the Celestials. And he's got a pretty big part. Let me bring this camera around a little bit. I think it got knocked sideways. And so, yeah, he's a cool character named Shhhhhh, and I'm trying to render him somewhat so that you'll be able to see him better. And all right, but I think I'm going to probably end right now because he's basically in a good spot. I'm going to finish him up here later, but for now, he is in a good place. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys for watching. This has been fun, especially with my friend Elliot. That was great. Thank you, Immortal, for showing up. Appreciate it very much. And I hope to see you guys on Twitter. Hope to see you guys around. I will catch you Tuesday with Murph and Dirk Duke It Out. So don't forget to watch that. You guys have a great day. I will see you soon.